Hello everyone, good morning. I'm Steve from UCAN English Tutoring. In this video, I'm going to assess one of my students' letters and provide the word-by-word feedback along with the expected score for this letter. Let's jump onto it now. So the student has written down the addressee's contact details on the top, and there is no issue here. So I'm happy with that. And then she has written on the date. That's good as well. And then she has written on dear madam or sir. That's okay. But yeah, she could have used maybe dear nurse or dear charge nurse. Um, that is just a recommendation only. So instead of writing down dear madam or sir, if we get the um, the designation, it's better to use it. Dear charge nurse. Come on, okay. But that's a recommendation only. It's not a major mistake. All right. And then she has written down the reference details of the patient, that is Mrs. Jane Lapaglia, aged 71. Let's jump onto the introduction paragraph. I'm writing to refer Mrs. Lapaglia, who was admitted to our hospital on 4 March. Following, there is a comma. No, that's wrong. You should not place a comma here. Or is that comma? No, I think it's and. All right, so that's okay. So she didn't place it. Okay, so on 4 March, following stage 2 renal failure along with dehydration. That's good. I'm happy with this sentence. It's good. All right. She requires ongoing care and management after her discharge today. Perfect. So this introduction paragraph sounds really good. Okay. It doesn't have any grammatical mistakes. You have done a wonderful job, Alice. I'm very happy for this. Let's go to the next paragraph. Socially, Mrs. Lapaglia is an Italian who can only speak basic English and lives with her husband, assisted by a carer. All right. Yeah. So this is a good structure. Anyways, this is again a very good structure. All right. Her son visits them twice a week. There should be a full stop, but yeah, I think she placed it here, but it doesn't sound like a full stop. Yeah, you could have placed a full stop clearly here, Alice. Um, yeah. Okay. Let's go to the next one. During the Mrs. Lapaglia's hospitalization, she was initially treated in the intensive care unit. That's good. Using a ventilator for 7 days. That's good. I'm very happy with this particular sentence structure. Unfortunately, there's a spelling mistake. Unfortunately, you have committed a spelling mistake with the unfortunately. All right. So unfortunately, so what you have written on is UNFORC. Sorry, TUNATLY. That's wrong. It must be TELY. Okay. All right, look at this, the way it changes. You can see that, right? So it must be unfortunately. Come on. Okay. All right, let's go to the next one. Unfortunately, she contracted hospital acquired pneumonia, which required chest physiotherapy and 2 liters oxygen therapy via nasal prongs. Um, okay, so she said which required chest physiotherapy. Okay, that's fine. I think she could have stopped here itself, but she has written on another part of the sentence. That's fine. And 2 liters oxygen therapy via nasal prongs is still continue. It's still continued. It's not still continued. It's still continuing. Okay, still continuous, still ongoing. Anyway, that's, I mean, it's still okay because she used the passive voice here, so that's fine. Still continued. Since provided 3 days dialysis. Since provided 3 days dialysis, that's wrong. Her renal function was stable. No, it's not stable actually. It's what was say stable. You can use, it was stable. So what you could have written on since provided 3 days dialysis is wrong. So after having dialysis for 3 days, her renal function was stable. So she since provided 3 days dialysis. Okay, let's go through that. Since provided 3 days dialysis. Instead of that, you should have mentioned after having dialysis for 3 days, comma. So that should be the best way to write down. Okay, after having dialysis for 3 days, her renal function was stable. It's not stable, but what was stable? Okay, instead of writing was stable, please write down was stable. All right, that's good. Okay, let's go to the next one. Her renal function was stable. Okay. However, she indicated some confusion post-intensive care unit. Post-intensive care unit. No. It's not post-intensive care unit. Post her stay. I mean, maybe say after her stay in post. After her stay in intensive care unit, which was been back to mild level at present and is ready for discharge. Okay, all right. Okay, so let's say, however, she indicated some confusion post intensive care unit. Okay, instead of writing down post intensive care unit, what you could have done is after her stay in intensive care unit. Okay, that could have been much better. All right, let's go through the next one. Which has been back to mild level at present. That's okay, and is ready for discharge. That's all right. Okay. After Mrs. Lapaglia's discharge, continue oxygen therapy could be vital for her. That's good. Could you please encourage her self-care? Encourage her self-care, including personal hygiene and daily living activities, which would be improved her independence. No, which could improve her independence, which may improve her independence, or which would be improved. That's wrong. Okay. Which would be improved her independence. That's wrong. Okay, so what you should have done is which can or which may which will, okay, which will improve her independence, whatever like you want to say, you can write it down. Which will improve, because it is definitely going to improve. So for the 100% confirmed ones, you don't need to use would be. Okay, so you can use will. In addition, adequate fluid intake is required to keep her kidney function. Okay, all right, to keep her kidney function at its best, you can say to keep her kidney function. Keep her kidney function. Okay. Keep her kidney function. Sorry, spelling mistake. At its best. Okay. All right, let's go to the next one. Lastly, blood test regarding her renal function by weekly is highly recommended. That's all right. That's okay. Thank you for providing care for Mrs. Lapaglia. Should you require any further information, please do not hesitate to contact me. Yours sincerely, the charge nurse, Prince Albert Hospital. That's it. Okay, good. So she has committed 7 mistakes, and among them, one is minor, that is dear sir, madam, or sir. The question number 1, sorry, the mistake number 1, and then the spelling mistake should have been avoided. But was stable, the everything else are the major ones. Okay, so let me go through the assessment for each parameter. All right, grammar is not up to the mark. All right, you have committed several grammatical mistakes which need to be rectified. Okay, so please be careful about it. Okay, all right. Use of nouns, verbs, use of nouns and verbs could have been improved. Nouns, verbs, and tenses. Okay, tenses is another one, because instead of using would, which would be improved, you could have used which will improve, and tenses could have been improved. Okay, so that's one mistake. And then spelling mistake, spelling mistakes could have been avoided. The reason is that if you commit a spelling mistake, it is going to affect your score. All right, so it's not good. Some sentences are incomplete and incorrect, so it's better to proofread your letter and identify what kinds of mistakes you have committed, particularly the use of nouns and verbs. needs to be correct, okay, accurate. All right. Yeah, apart from that, you haven't committed major mistakes. All right. Okay. Vocabulary is fine. I'm happy with your vocabulary, the way you have used your vocabulary. Connectivity is good. The way you have linked the sentences is perfect. Okay. I'm happy with that as well. Overall task fulfillment is also good. Okay. I'm happy with that. Case notes were well organized as well. Okay, what else? Connectivities and passive voice form was appropriately used. I'm very happy with the way that you have been using the passive voice form, but some of the sentences were not correctly used. Okay, so you need to be a bit mindful about it. Was used appropriately? Was appropriately used in major portion of the letter. Okay, though there are a couple of grammatical mistakes in the use of passive forms. All right, and then what else? Presentation is good. I'm happy with the presentation and layout of the letter. Perfect. Now let's go through the case notes to identify whether you have included all the relevant case notes or not. Okay, that's the first page. All right. Management and progress during the hospital. No, sorry, that's the second page. All right, let's go to the first page now. All right, okay. Okay, so read the case notes and complete the writing task which follows. Name: Ms Jane Lapaglia, age 71, cultural religion, data. Okay, so that's Italian, Catholic. You don't need to mention, Catholic. So she didn't mention. Good, because you don't need to mention, the religion and things like that. Speak functional English. That's good. Admission date is this. That's all right. Discharge date is this. Okay, good. Renal failure due to second degree dehydration, mild dementia, and okay, did you mention this one? I don't know whether you have mentioned the mild dementia in your letter. I think mild dementia was not mentioned, I believe. I think so, yeah. So mild dementia could have been used, okay, could have been included. So one of the case notes was not included. All right, let's go to the next one. Social and medical family, okay, lives with the 80-year-old husband or carer. Joe. Oh, okay. So look at this. They have already used, the carer. The carer is the husband. Okay. So you don't need to use carer and husband separately. Okay. Let me check it here. Is an Italian who can only speak with their husband assisted by a carer. Assisted by a carer, that's wrong. Okay. That's wrong. That's wrong. So you didn't interpret the information correctly. Okay. All right. Case notes. Some case notes were missing or interpreted incorrectly. Okay, so let's go through the remaining case notes. Joe not coping with the patients or his own care needs. Okay, so you need to mention that. And then house filthy, both have poor hygiene and nutrition. That's all right. One son. Yeah, she has mentioned it. Interests include classical music, ballet, and AFL. I don't think so. Medical history. See doctor's notes to be forwarded. All right. Medical history. That's okay. Let's go to the next one. Initially comatose, ventilated in ICU for 7 days. It's for 7 days actually. And then this one, given dialysis in the urine, stable now. Yep. Acquired ammonia 2 out of 24. Just physio. Okay. All right. Still confusion post ICU now. But now back to usual mind level. It's quite settled. It's prompt time to eat, drink, and 2%. Okay, she needs encouragement in her living activities. Okay, family conference. That's okay. Patient to move to nursing home. Joe will be adjoining hospital. You should have mentioned this one. So this case note is also missing. Transfer to nursing home. Husband will live in the hostel next door. Both accepting of this. Continue to therapy as per those to saturations. All right, encourage independence. Patient capable of self-care with the prompting. Okay, encouragement. Okay, good. Should get nutrition. All right, repeat electrolyte. Yes, these tests need to be. I think, yeah, you have mentioned it already. That's good. You're the charge nurse. Spend nurse of the hospital dealing the information in the case notes. Write a referral to charge nurse. Okay, cool. That's good. All right. So yeah, you have not used a couple of case notes, and it's not good. You missed some of the important ones. So to me, the expected score will be. Okay, let me go through the mistakes and their severity. So one spelling mistake, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, 6 major mistakes. Okay, that's not good. And you haven't included the case notes as well. It's not good as well. This letter may get really close to a C plus letter. You may be able to get 290 out of 500 for this particular letter. If you are willing to get your first letter assessed at free of cost, please send it to me on my mobile or WhatsApp number, that is +61 468 480 877. You can also contact me on my email address, that is steve@ucanenglishtutoring.com, and you can like my Facebook page, that is www.facebook.com/ucantutoring, to get regular updates on the examination questions, assessment of the letters, speaking role play conversations, and many more. That's the end of this video. If you really like my assessment, please like this video, share with your friends and family members. Also, please subscribe to my YouTube channel in order to get regular notifications on a range of important aspects of the OET, IELTS, and PT academic examinations. I've been helping more than 12,000 students to achieve their desired scores since 2008. If you wish to receive proven online courses, you can contact me on my mobile number or on my email address. Thank you so much, and I wish you good luck with your practice. Have a good day.